Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, in this video, I will introduce for you about a concept of JavaScript in Reduce. So before we go through Reduce, I will have example for you. The first example, we will have array 1. We'll have the three value in this array. So the task of us is sum all the numbers in array. So in normal way, we can do it by use a variable in global variable. Let's sum, and we have initial value of it is 0, and we use the for loop for let num of array 1 and sum plus equal num. And after that, we can console to see the result. So sum, and we have a sum with the value is 6. So but this way we use the variable in global scope. So in the real projects, and we have a lot of variable in global scope. This will make for us very difficult to control the variable because when we use variable so much, so when we in a scope or the function, we can change the value of that variable. So this will make for us create the bug. So we take a lot of the time to investigate to find where the bug. So this make us for a problem. We can do the same results, but we don't want to use any the global variable like this. So it's come to reduce. So reduce will solve this problem. So I use reduce in this case. The first we need to a variable to save the result after we apply reduce. So we call it a sum2 equal. So the input of reduce is the array. In this case, a array 1, we use dot reduce. Reduce have for two parameters. The first parameter is a callback function, and the second parameter is a initial value. So we can give initial value, which value a 0. So we can change the value a anywhere. So initial value in callback function, we have four parameters. The first parameter is a accumulator. The second parameter is a current value. And the third parameter is a current index. And the end is original array. So in the scoping here, we return the accumulator plus current value. And we console sum2 and sum2. And we see sum2 also have the value is 6 by above. So I will go through the each step of it for you can understand it clearly. When we initial value a optional value, so we can't use it or not. So in first case, we use it. In case 1, we use initial value. Have initial value. So we reduce is basically it's a love. So we go to three loop in this case. So the first loop accumulators, I will use the shorthand in ACC. You have the value, the value of initial value, a 0, and current value, I will use the shorthand a CUR with uh, value is the first value of the array a 1 and return a accumulator plus current value a 0 plus 1 we will have the result a 1 and the second loop accumulator will get the value from the from return a previous loop. So in this case, a 1, we will get 1 in here and put it for accumulator 1. And square is the next value of array. Previous value we get a 1. Now is a 2. A 2. And we have the return a 1 plus 2 result is 3. And the first loop we have accumulators. You have the value is the returned a previous loop a 3. We get 3 in here, a put it in here. And the curve, you have the value is the final value of the array, a 3. And we have the result a 3 plus 3 is 6. And because current value is met the final value of the array, so the final return is 6 in here is the return of array 1 dot reduce in here and is the value of the name variable is sum2. So now sum2 also have the value is 6. So in the case 2, we know have initial value. We know have initial value. I will remove initial value in here and the first loop 1 loop accumulators because we now have initial value in this case. So accumulator will get the first value is the first value of array is a 1 in here. 1 and current value is the next value after accumulator a 2. And the result a accumulator plus current value a 1 plus 2 a 3. And the second loop you have accumulator with the value is the previous return of loop is 3. We get 3 and put in here and the current value is the final value of array. So it will get 3 in here. Have the result a 3 plus 3 is 6. So we say it. So sum 2 in here after we remove initial value, it also have the result is 6. Same like the result when we use initial value. So I will summarize some things about reduce for you. The first reduce inputs of reduce is array. We reduce will have the two parameters. First parameter is the correct function, and the second parameter a initial value. Initial value is optional. You can use it or not. So the return value is the value of accumulator in the next loop. As after the loop array, the final return is the return of array dot reduce and will and is the result of the variable in here. So we move to another example. Example two. In example two, we have array two. We have the uh, three objects in here. This object will have the how ID as member names. So the task of us is we will create an object containing all the names of members in its house. We have the result with the patterns like this: A, B, C, and D, etc. So we use Reduce to solve this problem by we say the result in the variable we will call it a name and equal array 2 because input of reduce is array. So we dot reduce. And reduce will have two parameters. The first parameter is a callback function, and the second parameter is a initial value. Because in this case, we will return the array. So initial value of is a empty array. So in callback function, we have four parameters. So I will in here. I want to talk about the current index. Current index is index of current value. If current value in the array is one, current index is zero, and current value is 2, current index is 1, and array is array input array of reduce is array 1 in this case. So in the second example, reduce parameter of callback function, we only get two parameters. The first accumulator, we will use the shorthand of its ACC, and the current value we use the shorthand is CUR, and we will return the array, the big array, and we use spread operator to open ACC, and we minus, and we also use spread operators to open cur because cur now is its object when we use the loop in here, and we cur docs member name, it will have the result is an array. So we will use a spread operator to open square brackets in here to only get A and B and put it in a big square brackets in here. Dot member name. So we will save the result by console name and name. So name is an array will have the six variables A, B, C, D, E, F. And I will demonstrate it for you can clearly. In the first loop, we will have ACC have the value a a empty array and current value docs member name will have value a array in here. We will copy it and basis here, and we have the returned a the first we have the bit square brackets in here, and we use spread operator to open ACC. So because the first ACC is empty array, so it's no have something to put is in bit square bracket. So also cur docs member names is in here. We use operator spread operator. This will load the square brackets in here. It's also only have A and B. We will get A and B and put it in big square brackets in here. And the second log, we will have ACC, will have the the value of revert returned loop return in here, we copy it and paste in here. And cur docs member named will have the value a the next value for the loop is cd, and we have the result a the bit square brackets, and we open the square brackets in ACC by use spread operator, and we get only A and B. We copy it and put it in bit square brackets. And after that, same like the current dot member name, we get C and D. Only get C and D. And put it in here. After the second love, we have A, B, C, D. And finally, we have the third love. And we have the result A, B, C, D, E, F like this. So we finish the love. But in this case, we use the spread operators. We copy the O ACC variable. It's some difficult for us. So we put a question. We have a question. If we have some the function or some way, we will replay for the renew. So we will have another high order function, same like renew, to replay for renew. A flat map. To use flat map, we have some things. So we save the value in the variable with name to, and we use the flat map also have input array. In this case, array 2, and we dot flat map. And flat map is a high order function like reduce. So the parameter of flat map also have a callback function. So callback function will have the parameters a value, and will return the value dot member name. So we will have the result a console the name to is name to. And the name to also have the result A, B, C, D, E, F, like this. So class map it will uh, have two process. So the first process is will use the map to return new value of array. So same like this. We have the array, its array. In its array we have A, we have B, and after that we have C, we have D, and etc. And after it finished the loop, when you map, it will use the flat to open the square brackets of each student of this array. So it will remove this. So the result we will have a only one square brackets and contain the sixth value. So in example two, I want to talk with you if you consider review very difficult for you, it's very complex. So in the future, if you review your course again, it's difficult for you can understand it quickly and understand and difficult for the team member can understand it. So you should consider to replace reduce with another methods or another ways. Like we can use another high order function like flat map in here, and we also use the for loop traditional way like for loop in here because the basis of reduce is also the loop. So the final example is example 3. I will have the array 3 will have the sixth value of the array The types of us a we will create an object containing the number of repetitions of a string in zero range. Etc. We have the result a an object will have a two property with A will have two and B a three. So we use reduce to solve this problem by save the value in the array in a variable. We will call it a result, and the inputs of reduce is array. In this case, it's array 3 dot reduce. Reduce will get two parameters. The first parameter is a callback function, and the second parameter is a initial value. In this case, because we want to return an object contain a lot of property, so the first the initial value of us a empty object, and in callback function we'll have the four parameter, but we only get two parameters. A accumulator will call ACC and current value is CUR, and we will use a variable to save the number of repetition of each string by use num, and we have ACC in cur. If ACC in cur have, we will plot this a 1. I have example. If ACC like this, A will have 1. Uh, in the first look, we have A in 1. But when we make this again in like this, A will repeat 2 times, and ACC now incur now a 1, and we will plot 1. It will have result a 2, as A will repeat 2 times. We will have A 2. And if ACC incur a no have, because we have a second loop with bird B in here, and if ACC only have A 1, not have a P key. So if ACC dot P will return the value is undefined. So if undefined, we want it to return 0, because 0 plus 1 will return a result is 1, and B will have the repeat 1 time. So in here we use OR operator. 0 if ACC is curve is undefined, we will get the value is 0, and 0 plus 1 result is 1. So correct. So, and we return objects, and we use spread operators ACC, and also we have the key is curve and with the value in num, because if ACC now is A1 and B1, if we mess again A2 like this, A2 is override the A1 in here, and A1 is removed from the object. It's only have B1 and A2. So we will console to see the result. Result, and the result will have the object and three property A2, B3, and C1. And in this case, we use the spread operator to copy ACC, but the old version of ACC only remained in code before it's reduced a met the end love. It will met the B in yes, and it will return the result, and we have the concept of garbage collectors. Garbage collector is showcase a GC. So garbage collectors will remove all the mm, s- cell remember for the variable ACC. So after redo finish the loop, the old version of ACC will retain remains in the RAM. So the RAM is will will retain a value of ACC, and after the redo it only remove the variable ACC if no have the light reference in outside scope, but uh, it will make for us a slow low performance. As we have the question, if we have the another way to replay this way, because if we copy like this and we will return a new property if the array of it in here a big, very big in the future, so we will have a lot of property, new property, and we need to use a lot of uh, memory cell. So in this case, we will use another way, a mutate the ACC. We not create the new copy of ACC, but we mutate ACC itself. We copy in here and we put it in here. We call it result two, and we use in here instead of returning here, we use ACC in square equal num, and we will return ACC, and we console to see the result two, and we have the result two. We have the 8, 2, B3, and C1, same like this. So after three example, you can understand more about the review. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video is helpful, you can click the like button below. Also subscribe for my channel. Thank you everyone, and see you in the next video.